It's Wednesday the 1st of June and I'm in the bus station area of Hat Yai. Here's the night market. Central Festival is just over there in that direction and the bus station is here. And the reason I'm here today is just to see if there's any sign of tourists returning. There have been rumours that there might be some changes to the Thailand pass on the 1st of June. I haven't heard anything officially yet. If you have, please leave a comment. Just want to have a look around the bus station. There were some comments on the last video about minivans to Da Nang, so we'll see how many minivans are leaving. And if you're not familiar with Hat Yai bus station, I'll just do a quick tour and show you what's there. If you want to buy a computer or computer accessories in Hat Yai, this is a good place to come. JIB have got a big shop over here, Advice are just down the next soy. And I've had a few comments that Hat Yai must be really suffering because of the lack of tourists, and that isn't really the case. Hat Yai is a big place. Every provincial town in Thailand is tiny compared to Bangkok, but as far as provincial cities go, it's big. It's the biggest city in southern Thailand, and there are lots and lots of business that don't have anything to do with tourism. All around this area are examples of that. There are lots of medical facilities. There are 3 private hospitals, 2 big public hospitals, lots of education establishments, big public university, private university, lots of schools. Nothing to do with tourism. There is a tourism industry, and the people working in that must be hurting at the moment, but there are a lot of people who have nothing to do with tourism. There are places in Thailand that rely solely on tourism, and those places will be suffering badly, but that doesn't apply to Hat Yai. I've just had a computer built at this place. I looked at some pre-built machines, but I couldn't find the spec I wanted. And I was going to build one myself, but I've never done it before, and there was a chance that I could screw it up. So I came here, just told them what I wanted, and they've got a service where they put it all together for just 300 baht. They did a really good job. This is Hat Yai bus station, and from here leave big buses and minivans to lots of destinations in southern Thailand. If you want to go to central Thailand or northern Thailand, you first need to go to Bangkok from here and then get another bus to your destination. And when I first got to Hat Yai in 2003, the situation with the minivans was a bit of a nightmare. They used to leave from all different locations depending on where you wanted to go. So, you know, for instance, if you wanted to go to Trang, you'd need to go to a certain place in the middle of town to get a minivan to go to Trang. And the locals knew where these places were, but it was very difficult for people who didn't know Hat Yai. And then some years ago, they built a minivan station in Hat Yai Nai. So nowadays, minivans leave from just 2 places, from the van station in Hat Yai Nai or from here. There are lots of shops and small businesses in this area offering services for tourism and non-tourism. My wife's brother has a car repair place close by, but that won't be of interest to most tourists. If you arrive as a tourist and you want to get into central Hat Yai, there's lots of motorbike taxis and tuk-tuks. If you want to stay here the night, maybe for a bus early tomorrow, there are small guest houses, there are massage shops, and there are lots of places where you can buy food and drink. There's small restaurants. This one's selling lukshin and fresh fruit, and there's a 7-Eleven just over there. So if you're a tourist, really you can find everything here that you might need. As you go into the bus station, you'll be accosted by lots of nice Thai men who will want to take you somewhere with their vehicle, and there are various services here. So what do we have here? Rap Phak Song Kon. So this one you can leave things or you can send things. Pasadu, parcels, sampara, luggage, tuk chanet, every type. And this one goes to Krabi or Phuket. And what have we got here? Jut Rap but similar thing. You can leave stuff or you can send stuff. And this one goes to Nakhon Si Thammarat. Yeah, all these places along here actually, it's for just sending things, not people, and they go to various places. So we've seen Phuket and Krabi. This one is Pattani. This one, Phang Nga, Phuket. This is looking promising. When I was here last time, last year sometime, this area was completely empty, nothing at all. Now there are quite a few minivans and these sort of small buses as well. And just a sort of personal opinion here, I really detest the minivans in Thailand. They cram as many people in as they can. They're uncomfortable, and the drivers drive like maniacs. VIP, USB chargers so you can charge your phone. This one goes to Got Samui, and with the Samui buses, they include the ferry crossing. So you just pay for a ticket. The bus goes on the ferry and takes you all the way to Samui. This is a big bus to Phuket. This guy's waving at me. Bye night crab. Bye night crab.
Pathalung.
Pathalung.
Yeah.
Okay. Byeกี่โมงครับ
บ่ายโมง 20
บ่ายโมง20อีก15 นาที
Welcome to Pathalung.
Okay, welcome to Pathalung. Okay. If you're Malaysian or Singaporean and you arrive at the border crossing of Da Nang, where I was recently in one of my videos, but you don't want to go to Hat Yai, you want to go onward, then you can buy a ticket to go further on. So you just stop at Hat Yai, but then there's buses going to Samui and Phuket. And if you don't read Thai, most of the signs do have some English, and there are also some English speaking staff to help you. There's also an information counter where presumably the staff speak English. If they don't, then it's not much use. If you can hear some variations in my voice, it's because of this stupid mask that keeps going up and down. Most countries now have abandoned masks, but Thailand hasn't, and everyone is still feverishly wearing masks. Most of the signs do have some English, a few don't, but the ones I see that don't, tourists probably won't be interested in. Hure, Nikom, Ta Cha Muang, Ratapum. Yeah, I don't expect that tourists want to go to those places. As I said, if you want some help, there should be English speaking staff to help you. I just asked a woman in Thai about the minivans to Da Nang, and she answered me in English, which is very good. So it's sort of 26-27. Here's where you buy a ticket. It's 50 or 60 baht. I don't know why there's two prices. ขอโทษครับทำไมมีซองราคา50กับ60
อันนี้ราคา50มิสเดาอันนี้ดันดองบอร์เดอร์
Oh, okay,ครับ. Okay, so he's just explained to me that the 50 baht is just to Sadao, and if you want to go on to the border, the Malaysian border, it's 60 baht, and you pay here before you board, not on the bus. And the service begins at 5:30 in the morning and finishes at 8:30 at night. And I asked them how often the buses go, and there's no time. All they do is wait for the bus to be filled. So it's 13 passengers. So as soon as they've got 13 passengers, they go. Now the thing about that is if you get on and it's just you, there might be a very long wait waiting for those other 12 passengers before the van leaves. But I've found this before in Thailand. So to make it worth their while, they will only go when they've got a full van, and if they haven't got a full van, they won't go. I've just had a chat with this guy in the yellow shirt. He's been very, very helpful. If you're coming from Da Nang to Hat Yai, the service starts 6 o'clock in the morning and it finishes at 6 in the evening. But he said that after 6 there's a van sort of on standby, so if you arrive later than 6, you may be able to get the standby van, but after 6 o'clock it could be a little bit touch and go whether there'll be any vans available, and you might be forced to get a taxi. This is looking pretty good today. When I was here last time, and I can't quite remember when it was, there were no people, there were no vehicles, and there was no end in sight to COVID. And today it's much better. There's quite a lot of buses and minivans, a lot of people, although most of the people appear to be Thai, domestic passengers. I haven't yet seen any people that look like Singaporean or Malaysian tourists. I did see some Indian people who I thought might be from Malaysia, and I tried to talk to them just to, you know, find out what they're up to, and they didn't understand a word, so I guess they didn't speak English. You. My by night, crap. There's definitely something about bus stations and train stations and airports. I've just had quite a nice conversation with a Thai woman who speaks several languages. She's a registered nurse. She's been working at the Australian Embassy in Bangkok. She's going to Bangkok, then going to Australia. And I've had quite a few good conversations today. And I think it's because when people are going somewhere, they're sort of happy if they're about to go to a new place. They're a bit excited, they're a bit friendlier than usual, and they're sort of much more open to having conversations with complete strangers. So yeah, it's been quite a nice little outing today. I hope you enjoyed that little tour around Hat Yai bus station. If you're coming in from Malaysia or Singapore to Da Nang, you now know about minivans. It's 60 baht, and they just go whenever the minivan is full. But I wouldn't leave it too late in the evening. Try and sort of get there during the daytime to make sure the service is still running. Not too many big buses, but they are running, so things are gradually getting back to normal. Load more minivans over here. If you have any comments, questions or other feedback, please leave them below, and there'll be some more videos soon.